Howdy, Southway. It's good to communicate with you guys through our midweek vlog, and I'm continuing the series that Taylor began last week about prayer. Taylor was talking last week about the importance of prayer, and I have the really easy job of talking about what prayer is. Now, if you do a Google search for prayer, actually, I'd recommend you don't do that because you'll find a million different definitions. Many people think prayer is getting to talk to God. That's true. But that's not all prayer is. A lot of people would say prayer is your chance to request things of God. Also true, but that's not all of what prayer is. A prayer is lament, getting to express yourself to God without Him having any chance of rebuttal. Partially true again. But as you can tell by my facial reaction, the tone of my voice, I'm not really satisfied with just any of those definitions of what prayer is. Is prayer getting to talk to God? Yes. Is prayer getting to present requests to God? Absolutely. Is prayer getting to mourn and praise and have this gamut of emotional swing back and forth between down and up? Yes, but that's not all of what prayer is. So, Jason, if you don't think that's what prayer is all about, what would you say is a good definition of prayer? I would say prayer is us getting the privilege and the opportunity to have a conversation with God about everything going on in our life with a sense of awe and a sense of intimacy. I want to unpack that real quick. It's conversation, it's privilege, it's awe, and it's intimacy. But remember, before we even talk about our ability to talk to God, we need to have a sense of privilege because He doesn't have to listen to us. Our God is not beholden to us by anything other than His own love. So it is a privilege I have because of what God has done for me in the life and the work of Jesus Christ. It reconciled me to Himself by the blood of His Son. I now have an audience with Him. That's a privilege. So now as I converse with God, I converse with God not demanding my rights because He has to listen to me, but I converse with God with a sense of awe because, wow, I get to talk to the living Lord of the entire universe. I actually have His ear. When I cry out to Him, He actually listens to me. And so when I'm conversing with God in all aspects of life, confessing my sin to Him, confessing how awesome He is, I get to ask Him to do work in the lives of my friends and in my own heart. I get to praise Him and remember the sights I've gotten to see of His grace at work. So it's this conversation with God. It's not just me talking to God, but it's also me getting to listen back. It's with a sense of awe at what He has done, but a sense of intimacy, of closeness. I just don't crawl into God's lap like He's Santa Claus and present my request to Him. I don't have a relationship with Santa Claus, but I have a relationship with God. It's a sense of intimacy. I get to talk to Him. I get to converse with Him about anything and everything that's happening in my life. So as we go on in this series on prayer the next few weeks, you're going to hear from Sean, then you'll hear from Taylor and I. Let's widen our understanding of what prayer is. Is it talking to God? Yes. Is it requesting things of God? Yes. Is it coming to Him with lament or praise? Yes. But it's that and even more. It's not just the mechanics of prayer, but it's the attitude that we approach prayer with.